A wrestling clinic is going to take place in York. It's going to take place on Saturday, August the 31st. It's called the Battle Tested Wrestling Clinic. And we have joining us here on Palmetto Mornings a wrestling coach, Joe Pacheco.
That's it.
And good morning to you, Joe.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing?
Morning.
So what can we expect on Saturday, August the 31st at this clinic?
Oh, man, that's kind of a loaded question. Expect a lot, right? First and foremost, we're going to have fun. That's the biggest thing. The other thing is going to be the headline, right? The person that's coming in, the actual technician is going to be Roman Bravo Young, who is huge in the wrestling community right now. He's a two-time All-American, two-time national champ from Penn State, who stayed active, who just competed yesterday in the Olympics, looking to compete again today. So really excited to have him down. It's the first time we've had anyone like that, of that caliber, that relevant in the area. So super excited to have him here. Also, our local hometown hero, Keith Richardson and Taylor Starling, who are both athletes that fight bare-knuckle, who will be speaking at that as well. So, yeah.
All right, so when we talk about wrestling, I don't want to speak for everyone in America, but I think when people think of wrestling, the only thing that comes to mind is WWE, right? Like they go into the ring, they've got a story attached to their personality. How is what you're going to be doing at this clinic different than what we might see with WWE wrestling?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, that's entertainment wrestling, right? So what we're going to be doing is called scholastic wrestling, which kind of leans towards more of the high school, middle school, collegiate wrestling, where points are scored. There's no scripting. And it's
you don't know who's going to win or lose before you start, is what you're trying to say, Joe. Okay, got it.
They tend to wear a little bit more than just their underwear, so they come in a full singlet. So it's going to be open for everyone. This clinic is going to be because obviously when you want to learn what to do and how to do it, you want to learn from the best. And having Roman to come into town and be able to do that and share with all of our youth in the area is kind of exciting, right? So with wrestling or scholastic wrestling being different than wrestling or entertainment wrestling, there'll be no ropes to jump off of. It'll be a lot of just physical labor of love for a lot of the wrestlers that start to do it from beginners, being in a week, being it for 10 to 15 years. So it's really, really exciting.
And you were giving us a statistic during our pre-interview with you that wrestling is now one of the largest or the fastest growing collegiate sport. Is that what you were saying?
Absolutely. So it's actually, to be more specific, it's female wrestling.
Okay,
is the fastest growing collegiate sport in the country. So you're looking at a sport that maybe wasn't that relevant 10 years ago, that is now breaking ground, is actually recognized by the NCAAs to have their first individual NCAA tournament recognized by the NCAAs with Division I colleges as Iowa. We have our the first Division I school in America that had women's wrestling was actually here in South Carolina at Presbyterian.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's a cool fact, especially about Presbyterian, because it's a smaller college too. So that's a really cool fact.
We have a lot of folks who go there.
That's right.
So
we do know a lot of friends who go there.
Might be in your future. Joe, what is your background and who's kind of putting on this wrestling clinic?
Okay. My background, I'll give that first. I moved all over the place as a youth. I ended up in Gaston County in high school. I was a 4-time state qualifier, 2-time state champion. After high school, wasn't able to go to college. Had to do some other responsibilities. That's kind of part of my journey and why I became a coach. But after that, I had the opportunity to become a professional fighter. In that journey, really, really exciting. I had a fast-paced career. Went from amateur to pro within 2 years. Fought in the number 2 organization at the time in the country with MMA, with Bellator MMA. Had 4 televised fights. Had a really good career, but that came short due to detached retina. Kind of wanted to make sure I can see when I get older, so kind of slowed that down.
So you had a detached retina that you were saying earlier to us that the guys who normally have that are well up in age, not typically when that happened to you at your age. So
correct.
You wanted to make sure that you still had a quality of life ahead of you.
Absolutely. When it happens naturally, it happens around 60s and 70s. And I was having that surgery when I was in my 30s, early 30s actually. And I didn't even know you can get stitches in your eyeball, but you can. Little known fact.
I didn't either.
So that's part of it.
my eyes are watering just now, Joe. Oh gosh.
Like I said, it's fun little stuff like that I got to learn the hard way. But that's kind of my background. I've been coaching since I was 20. I started middle school wrestling, went to high school for a little bit. Then I decided that club was kind of where I wanted to be because I'm able to touch more lives that way instead of just one school.
And is that who you are inviting to this clinic? I mean, who is your prime customer, I would say? Like, who is your
target audience?
Who is your to come? Is it middle school? Is it high school? Is it kids who are maybe in elementary school who think, hey, maybe this is something I want to do? Because you did say earlier as well, and I kind of shuddered a little bit, that you were like, hey, getting hit in the face I saw wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, like, these kids who wrestle, whether they're guys or girls, are built a little bit different. So is that who you're inviting to come to see really what this is all about?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So wrestling is kind of funny, especially when you talk about younger wrestlers, right? Prepubescent, they still have that, that softer figure or frame to themselves that kind of, it holds them back. Wrestling kind of gives them that confidence to go out there and to put their best foot forward and kind of turn themselves into someone they want to be. So this is open to everyone. Honestly, it really is. With an opportunity like this to have it at a neutral site with someone of the caliber of a Roman Bravo Young is open to everyone. We have people who already signed up from Greensboro all the way down to Somerville that have committed to coming. And it's really open because I want to be able to share this with everyone else, right? And kind of going back to where we are, right? We're run out of Modern Warrior MMA, which is the longest running combat gym in York County. And it's actually ran and owned by someone who came from York County. So with Keith Richardson giving us the opportunity to run our nonprofit out of there for these kids to have a low-cost wrestling program that they would not otherwise have has been something very special. And I want to make sure that we're able to share that with everyone who's able to come.
Well, it's called Battle Tested Wrestling Clinic. It's going to take place on Saturday, August the 31st, here in Rock Hill at the Northside Rec Center. It's going to get underway at 9 o'clock in the morning. Tickets are $100. Is that per individual wrestler?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect.
That's correct.
And where do people go to sign up, Joe?
So the first thing will go to our website, which is ohanawarriorwrestling.com. That's our nonprofit.
And spell that for us again. I know it's on your shirt here, but that's okay.
That's it. Ohana is OHANA.
Okay.
Wrestling.com. Yep. OhanaWarriorWrestling.com. Sorry. I almost messed up my own website.
It's okay.
No, you're good.
It's okay. Sometimes we get our names wrong on this show, Joe. You're right at home.
It's good to be home.
Okay, so OhanaWarriorWrestling.com.
Correct.
And you can go and you can get more details there and sign up.
Absolutely. Once you register, it actually comes into our system. Once we get the information, we reach out to the person to let them know, hey, this is the way that you would pay through Cash App or Venmo. You'll be on an emailer and we'll be on a list and we'll be in contact with you over the next couple of weeks as we get closer to the event.
All
Well,
right.
kudos to you for hosting this clinic and learning from, it sounds like, industry experts versus someone on social media or YouTube teaching you how to do it. Which
Absolutely.
People love YouTube University, but I don't know if I would trust that when it comes to wrestling. I want someone who's been who's been on the mat a couple of times.
That's why we call it battle tested.
Yeah,
I like it.
love it. Joe Pacheco, thank you so much. We certainly appreciate it.